Welcome to Nine-Liner Tattoo, and welcome to video 150. I don't know if that's a milestone worth celebrating, but it is video 150. Anyway, I recently got into, you'll see, hot chocolate machine. It's actually technically a tea and coffee, I think coffee machine, but my wife bought it for like lattes and all that sort of business, but and also for hot chocolates. And winter time comes, you're feeling a bit sad, being a bit cold, hot chocolate's lovely. So we've currently got heaps of the latte stuff and all that, which I don't do, but Cadbury's chocolate and the Milka's really good as well. So Sarah was showing me how to use it, and now it is the shit. I'm pretty sure I'm late to the party, everybody already knows, but oh man. Also, so I'm told you have to use a creamer. I'd put it in and then I had to take it back out because I wasn't sure what I was doing. I thought I'd mastered it and it turned out I hadn't, but creamer makes a huge difference. So yeah, I promise you the video is going to have more to it than that. That's just how I was starting it. It's a new thing, I wanted to share it with you, so enjoy.
Yeah, it's rolling.
Yeah, fucking hell. The last 4 times I made a big long video about my autism, a huge long video. And I ended up filling up almost all the fucking memory cards. And then I had a cool tattoo and I cut one Saturday there. And I had like 3 minutes on one card, 2 minutes on another card, a minute, and I had to paste the fucking shit together, man. I was like, fucking hell, Stuart. Just empty the cunts, man. You're sitting there like a wanker. All these fucking high storage memory cards, 2 and 3 terabyte hard drives, and you're doing to the last 2 minutes on each card. Not good. That's the... Right, buddy, we're ready.
Let's go for it.
Nice and still, nice and relaxed, and I shall do the rest. Here we go. Open wound. Nippy, eh?
Fucking a sore area.
Yeah, man. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Light has faded.
You seen all of the Nirvana guys popping up again with it being the 30th anniversary of In Utero?
Yeah.
Like loads of podcasts and interviews and shit going around at the moment.
Yeah, man. Getting their money's worth. I've pre-ordered the special edition of that, but it's not arrived yet. I think it should come soon.
They put out a deluxe edition in 2013, didn't they?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, or a super deluxe or something, and then they've obviously gone one step further now.
Yeah, the one I've ordered was quite expensive.
Well, I suppose the amount of shit that's going to be on there now. You've got live versions, demos,
yeah,
2013
the only thing
mixes.
I don't like is they keep saying unheard songs, and I'm like, oh fucking hell, great! I've got a portrait of Kurt Cobain. I was obsessed. Unheard songs, and it's no unheard. It's unheard live versions of this. So they're not.
It's not unreleased shit.
They word it really fucking sneakily, and I'm like, don't do that, man. You've got everybody all excited, you know.
So this is Carter. I tattooed Carter probably the first time, maybe the start of this year. Yeah, I don't think it was much longer than that. Maybe the end of last year, but the start of this year. I've done maybe 3 or 4 things on his other arm. He's had some cool stuff, a big crocodile head, an arrow and a nautical star, a little tiny wave things, a ship, and a wave, some really cool stuff. I like Carter, we get on well, he's an interesting dude. He's a jazz drummer. Professional drummer. He's a jazz drummer. He's a drum teacher. He plays in a jazz band. He's the tour, but he also teaches drumming. And we have a lot in common. Although we found out in this video or in this session, that he does not like horror movies. He does not like horror movies at all, which is good to know. But yeah, I enjoyed this. So this was. In fact, hold on just 1 second. I think there might be a bit.
How's the shading compared to the lines?
Not as bad.
No.
Not as bad. Just
not great.
Well, it's never a nice feeling, is it?
No. It is not. It's not a day at a safari park.
I'm just trying to disattach. Dear touch.
Yeah, I thought there was a bit of chat coming up there. So this Carter had says to me, could you do something for me for my chest? I just want a wagon wheel, a wheel from a wagon, and the words "be the wheel." Anything else you want to do is up to you. So obviously it's going to be a wooden wheel with the writing. I've done a little bit rope, a little bit campfire with some stones and stuff. And what I was going to do, Carter, if you're watching this, I says to my wife, and I didn't do it, but I drew it, but then I've erased it. But I drew, you know, the sweetie, the biscuit, the wagon wheel. I drew the stencil, and I was gonna. That's my dog's gone mental upstairs. I drew a wagon wheel, and I was going to present the wagon wheel stencil to you because you hadn't made it abundantly clear what it was. Obviously I knew what it was, but I was just being a dick. Anyway, this is based on a song from Theo Katzman called "Be the Wheel." It's a pretty decent song, to be honest. I had never heard it before. Carter mentioned it, but I suggest you check it out. It was really fun. Theo Katzman, "Be the Wheel," and this is how the tattoo ended up. I had a really good time with it. He sat really well. As you can hear previously, it was nippy and a bit stingy, but Carter sits really well. He was nervous for his very first one, as you should be, but he done really, really well. So thanks very much, buddy. Take it easy. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Fast Pig. One of the first toys we ever bought her, and I brought her home, and I was playing with her, and she was a bit shy. And I called this Fast Pig, and you'll see it's Fast Pig in a minute because it goes Fast Pig, Fast Pig, Fast Pig. No for you, it's Fast Pig. Nothing happening, just pigging around, just pigging around, just pigging around. Nothing to see here. I'm just pigging around. Next up, I'd announced a week or two prior I was doing a Friday the 13th day. You've maybe seen it on the socials. And I'd done this design. I'd done I'd done a ghost. I'd done a Jason mask. I'd done a few, and I had 2 or 3 people booked in, and then the Thursday the 12th, I felt a little bit rough playing snooker with my dad. I had a bit of a scratchy throat. I just felt a bit shit. Woke up at about 6 o'clock on Friday the 13th morning. Full-blown throat infection. My wife had it, and I was out of commission for 7 days. It was a fucking nightmare. I had more COVID tests than a fucking horse could shit. Wasn't COVID. They're saying the new strain of COVID presents exactly like what my wife and I had, but we both tested. There was no COVID. It was just a really nasty throat infection. It was really, really, really bad. Coughing, like broken glass in the throat, drained. It was an absolute shit show. But anyway, it got better. And I booked in the people for the Friday the 13th stuff a week later. So I'm not going to try and pretend that these Friday the 13th ones were done on Friday the 13th. They were done a week later, but I honoured the cheaper price because I wanted to do them, and I got sick. It's not a big deal. Anyway, this first one, the Burning Church, is on Lee, who I'd never tattooed before, but we got chatting, and it turns out that most of you will remember I made a video about a good friend of mine called Steve, who died of cancer. You remember the video? I went up to Arbroath and I stayed with him for a couple nights, and then a month later he passed away for cancer, and I made a video about him and put it up. I'm pretty sure you have seen it if you've followed my videos. It was quite an important video for me. Turns out that Lee here had been tattooed exclusively by Steve. And when Steve couldn't tattoo anymore for holding the machine, or he was shutting his shop for his chemo or any of that stuff. Now, I didn't know this because Lee couldn't get tattooed for a long time. Like anybody, life won't wait for anybody. But what I didn't know this until now, and I wish I could talk to Steve and say, fucking hell, dude, but I just didn't know, was that Lee asked Steve, who would you recommend I get tattooed by? If you were going to get tattooed by someone in that style, and, somebody that you like, somebody who you respect, somebody whose work you love, who would it be? and the first thing he came out his mouth without hesitation was me. And yeah, that was really special. I shed a tear later on when Lee left. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I didn't know that my friend... I knew that we were friends and I knew that we respected one another, but given the choice to recommend someone, he could have recommended anybody between here and Arbroath, but he recommended me, and yeah, it just blew my mind a little bit, and I wish I could message him and say, but it just wasn't to be. So anyway, thank you very much, Lee, for coming down and getting this tattoo. And I don't believe in heaven and God, but Steve, if you're floating about in the ether somewhere, thank you very much, brother, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Yes. So how long's your daughter on holiday for then?
Just a week.
Just a week? That's all you need when you're 18. You burn your money out, burn your energy out, you're fucking sunburnt, overheating. Is this her first ever holiday without you?
Yep. Aye, two of them. Her Anman's first holiday.
Oh man.
So, last one. This is... I say last one like it's a toil. Last one, we're getting through this. You're managing. Last tattoo. This was also another Friday the 13th one that I'd done on a customer, Colin. You've definitely seen Colin in a lot of other tattoos, as you can videos. Sorry, rather. You can see I've tattooed a little frightened rabbit on him. I've tattooed that inside of the bicep. I've tattooed his legs, his arms, his neck, his chest. I've tattooed Colin a lot for a long time. I like Colin, super interesting guy. We've got a lot in common. Chilled guy, calm, relaxed, respectful, a lot like me. Just chilled. No airs and graces, no fucking arseholity, nothing. Just tattoos, good times, and chilling. So yes, he was booked in for this Jason mask, and obviously this was the same day a week later. I might be fibbing. I don't know if these two were done on the same day, but they were definitely, like I said prior, they were definitely done at least a week after Friday the 13th, because I couldn't do it. Anyway, yes, this was super fun. They had a little gap at the bottom of the elbow, and we sort of squeezed it in there between, I forget what's on the outer side. Let me see if I can. Nah, I don't know what's on that far right. It might be a panther, I can't quite remember. Colin, if you're watching this, what is on that? Not the girl head. You've got the girl head, the rabbit, and then there's something on the outside, and I don't remember what it is. But anyway, you can maybe comment below and let everybody know what's on the outside. Just give them a wee description what it is. And this was super fun. And then just as we were getting towards the end on the fly, we decided that we would put red in the blood drips instead of just all black and grey. And it's like, yeah, fucking why not? So this was super fun, and I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Colin. And as always, I shall see you soon. Because you keep saying, that'll be me for a while, but we all know how it goes. So anyway, thank you very much, Colin. Thank you very much, Carter. Thank you very much, Lee. And thank you very much for watching this video. Take it easy.
Have you subscribed yet?